Good afternoon. My name is Linda Bradley. I'm the chair of the Document Review Committee, and we're going to do our meeting today on Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. Timmy just messaged and said that she's here with us, but she can't talk. She'll probably figure out how to get unmuted. But anyway, so I'd like to call the meeting to order at 3:03 p.m. and roll call. I believe we are all here, myself, Ann Meter,
I'm
and
here.
Jaime Vanderpolder.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh.
Here ya.
I was like, I'm trying so hard to call you, but I'm here and you're telling me I'm not. It's like, oh my gosh. This is my day today. I have been like frustrated for the last hour trying to get a couple things done.
Oh, that's too bad. So this isn't going to take long, guys. So the first thing I'd like to do is ask if for a motion to adopt the agenda.
Now that you can hear me, I'll move to adopt the agenda.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Me.
Okay, unanimous. Then I have the next order, the next item we have is the draft minutes from 9/17/2025. Does anyone have any corrections or anything that need to go in them? Otherwise, I'd like a motion to approve.
Since I don't see anything, I would move to approve the minutes as submitted.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Me.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So the policies we have to review, we already reviewed the 1996-07 building permits, reviewed and we approved them. That's one that just simply needs to be, it simply needs to be rescinded because it's in the ACC booklet. Then there's the 2017-4 association involvement in property matters. We modified and approved that from the original, so we did that at our last meeting. The only thing we have left to do for this meeting is the 2018-09 marina moorage storage license policy. And you should have that in your documents that you have there. I had a couple of things that I noted on there. I hope you were able to get the highlighted copy. I had one question for Timmy. Under when we just start with number 1, it says annual notice of license renewal will be sent in January of 2026. Can we simply say will be sent in January of each year?
That makes sense.
And
yeah, then we don't have to update it. That makes total sense.
Yeah, because otherwise you'll have to change it. I did not include the paperwork that the rec uses because that's theirs and they're able to change that however they want to change that.
Right.
Then the only other thing I changed is number 5. I went to the trouble and found the section of the rules and regulations that deal with the use of the marina, and I simply added that in there because it says marina rules and regulations. Then I added section 10, use of the marina, are incorporated into this agreement by reference. So I thought if I put that there, that they can go see where is that reference.
That makes sense.
But I left the rest of that just fine. Something I was going to say that I don't know if we have is in number 4 above. It said lost marina boat launch key cards can be replaced by paying a $15. We should look, Timey, when we do that, and we're going to have to do it before the end of the year. We're going to have to look at the fee and fine schedule. And if they have made that, if I don't know if that $15 is on there, because we have like a $8 charge for a different kind of a lost card. So
Right.
we should make sure that we deal with that so that that's in our fee schedule.
Yeah, I think it's $8 if you lose the rec one, and then the marina is 15.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if the 15's in there. I remembered the rec one, but I don't
Yeah.
remember I think it's gonna be time to take a look at that. Cause as a board, because we're all gonna have to take a look at that and we'll end up doing it after the AGM.
Right.
So we'll know at that time if, what's approved and what's not approved, if the budget's approved, if the bylaw change is approved, all that sort of stuff. Then I have
Hmm.
one big question for you, Timey.
Hmm.
In I think it's just number 13. If you read the line right above there, it says that you can't have it on any residential property for longer than 725 hours.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be 72.
And that's all I found. Ann, did you have anything else?
No, I pretty much had this, just the section 5, and I actually, I thought that 70 was 72 and a half, which kind of seemed weird.
Yeah. Okay, you got half an hour and then you're done.
Yeah.
Well, and there's such a thing too, and I don't know if we're going to do this. I know we're not supposed to have anything, trailers or anything, but somebody has suggested if we have the marina all full and we have the area Z storage where the trailers and stuff are, if that's full, do you create a fee that's a temporary fee for people to park in their driveways? It's just a discussion that people have brought up, that you have that to where you pay so much if you need to do that, maybe so much each month. Then you have to agree that if there is an opening in the marina or an opening in Area Z storage, you have to take that spot and sign up for it and then begin storing your vehicle down there.
Yeah, there was, we also had kind of, who was I talking to? That perhaps you should, if we're gonna allow people to have that option, that maybe they need to make sure that their neighbors kind of sign
Yeah.
off on it, the same way that, when a builder comes in and they have to put out, information to all the neighbors to make sure that they're okay with this change, that maybe you need to put out something to your immediate neighbors that say, are you okay if I have this on a temporary basis until something comes up? Because
Yeah.
some neighbors won't care.
And others will. I get that.
Mhm.
It's a suggestion that was made. I know there's a trailer that's been here up by me that in theory, when asked about it, they told the compliance officer that they would be traveling over the summer. Well, I've been up and down this road every single day, except for when I was on vacation. The trailer hasn't moved.
Yeah,
And it's like, that's not fair to everybody else. It just
right.
isn't, and it's like, if you can have the 72 hours, but since we don't have anything beyond that, if they would put it down, it's like a triangular shaped one. And I think they can lay it flat
Hmm.
and, then if they did, they could actually put it in their garage. I think they have a boat too that sometimes comes and goes, that sort of thing. But at least they can, if they put it in the garage, I don't care,
Right.
and park their vehicles in the driveway. But it's just, I've been meaning to talk to Alan, and maybe tomorrow when I go down and sign checks, I'll do that. But if nobody has any other suggestions that we need to do with this policy, I would be willing to say I will put this together with a couple of the other things, send it to Michael, see if he can take a look at them. They're real simple ones. I have a purchasing policy that I accidentally listed wrong on the memo to the board. So I have to bring that back, but he's looked at that already. And there
Okay.
were no issues with that. We did that a lot, but that was my mistake. So hopefully I will fix that and just have him look at these couple of things and see if, hopefully try and get it on this last October meeting, although we may have a really full agenda. I believe we're gonna start early. Didn't Keith say either at 6 or 6:30?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yes, we have the audit
Oh, yeah.
that we have to get in, and it's the last meeting before the AGM, so
Mhm.
we'll need to do that. When I've been doing my candidate forums, I've said, I think next year, if I get back on the board and if I sit as the chair of DR's document review, we're going to just see if we can find a few more people, maybe 5 of us all together, to start looking at Wakiowa and also the changes in the bylaws and the restrictive covenants that we need to make, and just start picking this all apart, and then, give each person a small section and then come back and meet once a month.
Yeah.
And
There's
just
a
give
lot.
each person, a separate thing. I know it was interesting. Something came up recently about a record date, which had to do with, and Rob talked about this at our last meeting, and I think everybody's wrong because they talk about doing it way early before we send out the initial ballots. But that isn't, we have a whole section in our bylaws that talks about members. And I promised Diane that I would fill something out and because it says something way different. But I've been working on some other stuff here today, but I promised I'd send her that. So I'm gonna have to work on that this evening and stuff once we're all done. But I think we're good. So that's what we're gonna do with all of our policies, and I have you girls' blessings to go ahead and send these all and get them on, see if I can get them on the October meeting then.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So next meeting, there are no further 2025 DRC meetings. This is it, girls. I want to thank you for your time and for working on this stuff this year. Sometimes you start going down these different policies and you get into a rabbit hole and you find some of this stuff that was maybe had been rescinded long ago. And it's going back and looking at all that. But I think that unless there's something new that needs to be done, or something that is maybe a policy that doesn't match with what Kiowa will worry. But for me, my biggie's going to be the bylaws and the restrictive covenants, because there's definitely changes to both of those.
Yeah.
So, oh, wow, this is a record meeting, ladies. So, having concluded our meeting, I move that we adjourn at 3:16 p.m.
Wow. That was the fastest meeting I've ever been to.
It's pretty